Now to the big India Today investigation we are bringing to you here right at top of 6 p.m. prime. The key word in the fight against coronavirus is testing, testing, testing. That is what the WHO has been in fact saying, and that is exactly what India is now trying to do. India wants to ramp up testing to counter COVID-19, and there are some who are trying their best to derail this entire, in fact, process only to make profit. In this seventh part of the India Today investigation, we expose those scamsters who are now trading with your health. India Today's special investigation team has busted an open market of rapid testing kits. They are not just subverted government guidelines, but also put a price at your health and safety. Take a look at this big India Today investigation.
As the country battles the pandemic, an India Today investigation has found how rapid test kits, their supplies restricted to government facilities, have made their way to the open market. Health authorities have paused their use over complaints of faulty results from some Chinese-made kits.
ड्रग लाइसेंस बिल होगा तो नहीं हम तो कैश में ले रहे हैं ड्रग लाइसेंस होगा कुछ नहीं ना.
But suppliers of medical equipment are found to be capitalizing on demands to fast-track testing at home without government surveillance.
कल शाम तक मिल जाएगा. कल शाम को और मोस्ट प्रोबेबली
Posing as brokers, our undercover reporters discovered dealers bulk selling rapid tests for COVID-19, leaving no trail of transactions, no footprints for the government to contact trace suspects. Suppliers like Merlin's Medico in Delhi's Rajinder Nagar have procured carton loads of COVID rapid test kits through illegal channels. Ready to be shipped out among the communities. When probed, its chief Amit Bahuguna promised wholesale deliveries without any paperwork.
आपको ड्रग लाइसेंस वगैरह तो नहीं चाहिए ना.
कैश का व्यापार तो कुछ नहीं चाहिए.
तो वही तो कुछ नहीं चाहिए ना आपको. हाँ बस वही.
कैश तो दब गया ना उसी समय. कैश तो दब गया उसी समय. मतलब अगर कैश की डील है तो एक बार डील होगी ट्रांसफर ना मैंने आपको दिया ना आपने मुझे.
बिल्कुल नहीं तो आगे भी अगर मुझे चाहिए होगा तो मिल जाएगा ना टेस्ट किट.
सर आपको ये आप सही शॉप पे बैठे हो. आपको यहाँ पे सब चीज मिल जाएगी.
मतलब कितना अभी 25 लाख रुपए भी चाहिए. 25 लाख माल आप कितने देर में दे देंगे? 2.5 घंटे.
Remember, per national and WHO guidelines, rapid testing were originally recommended only as surveillance tool in research setting. Even before the health authorities banned their use at state-run facilities in India till further notice, home testing remained strictly prohibited. Medical authorities were advised to validate test results through a more reliable lab examination. But the community demand has created an illegal supply chain.
रेट 900 रुपये कम नहीं होगा. तो 900 पे कितना होगा? 2.5 लाख रुपये कैश.
To our undercover team, Sumit Bharadwaj at Syntex Medicare in Delhi's Malviya Nagar offered 500 kits for immediate sale.
500 अभी मिलेगा. बाकी को कल
सैंपल दिखाएं.
कल मिल जाएगा. अभी 500 पीस में अभी रेडी है.
लेकिन उसमें आपको कोई डॉक्यूमेंट्स वगैरह हमारा तो नहीं चाहिए ना?
नहीं चाहिए.
500 का कितना होगा?
4.5.
At Ghaziabad in the National Capital Region, Anit Singh and Rajpal Singh of Shiv Enterprises confessed they sold Chinese-made rapid test kits to local factory owners in contact with large workforce.
कौन सी कंपनी है?
हाँ जी,
किस कंपनी की है?
14
अच्छा।
पर्सनल भी लोग लोन ले रहे हैं, मतलब जैसे किसी के 10-20 साल फैक्ट्री में काम कर रहे हैं और उसके लिए भी ले रहे हैं, कुछ अपने पर्सनल के लिए भी ले रहे हैं
लोग पर्सनल के लिए ले रहे हैं?
जैसे फैक्ट्री वाले,
हाँ,
उनके मतलब कि गारमेंट्स की फैक्ट्री चल रही है या कुछ भी और भी चल रहे हैं तो उसके लिए ले रहे हैं। वो तो सभी ले रहे हैं, सभी चाह रहे हैं हम बच्चे हमारी फैक्ट्री में इतने वर्कर हैं तो 100 वर्कर हैं तो 100 वर्कर के लिए कितने पैसे लगेंगे।
अच्छा, तो ऐसे आप लोग दे देते हैं?
नहीं, उनके पास कोई ड्रग लाइसेंस नहीं है, बट वो क्या है ना, कैश में ले जाते हैं।
हाँ।
जैसे जो भी मांगता है कोई 100-200 पीस तो देता नहीं है, कोई भी होता है 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000। अगर आपने 10 रुपए भी रखे हैं तो 5,000 को 50,000 हो गए आपके। और ये तो डेली बिक रहा है।
डेली बिक रहा है।
हाँ।
The clandestine use of rapid testing could adversely affect the understanding about the extension of infection and aggravate the spread further. A report by Mohammad Hizbullah and Milan Sharma for India Today's Special Investigation Team.
Now, this is extremely important investigation for two parts. Number one, the rapid testing kits which are being used are the same ones which have now been rejected by the government of India, by the ICMR. And number two, it plays the system because there is a protocol as far as the testing kits are concerned. Every test which is conducted is in fact then the data, the record is sent to the central government so that we know exactly where are these numbers coming from, and it gets added to the data. Now, while getting these private test kits for whosoever these people are buying, now what it means that people can actually hide the number of corona cases. If you even test positive, you can just quarantine yourself at home, and then you basically are not going to report these numbers to the government, which is now going to be detrimental as far as the overall picture and the fight against coronavirus is concerned. Milan Sharma, my colleague, is joining us. She, along with our special investigation team reporter Hizbullah, in fact unearthed this entire racket. Milan, important three things which have come out of this investigation. Not only are they playing the system, it also derails, in fact, the entire effort as far as the coronavirus fight is concerned. I mean, the same test kits which have been rejected by the government are being used and sold to private individuals.
Well, that's right, Ankit. In fact, for a few people who want to make profits at the time when the country is facing a COVID-19 pandemic, it is detrimental to the surveillance exercise that Indian government was going to conduct. When we approached these people in the sting, you can see how we have just told them that we require these rapid antibody test kits. And we are not asked any questions. We are not asked whether we are from a government facility. We are not asked whether we have a drug license. We are not asked where they will be deployed. And we know from the government information that the landing cost of these kits that at least came from China are at about 250 rupees. But Ankit, these rapid test kits, when they are being sold by middlemen, they are charging more than 1,000 rupees to do so. So this is clearly a profiteering margin that is being looked at. And certainly the process how the government procures these kits is very clear. It is procured through government intervention. It goes through the ICMR. They are checked there and then they are deployed to the states that have raised the orders for these kits. However, now despite the fact that the government saying we have stopped its use because these kits have been found to be faulty and no new orders are being placed, still there's rampant buying of these kits that's happening across.
And as I was saying earlier, this games the entire system. You don't have to, whatever test results you get because you're buying it as an individual, as private entity, you don't even have to report to the government. it completely undermines the entire process as far as the testing in this country is concerned. Thank you so much, Milan, for joining us. This is a big, in fact, investigation that Milan and Hezbollah have put out on India today. Just for a lot of our viewers, those who are tuning in, because every day at 6 p.m. Prime, we are, in fact, trying to get more information, more details about all the aspects as far as coronavirus is concerned. Let me very quickly once refresh your memory. What is the rapid antibody test? And these are the kits which are being used, in fact, for this. Now, the rapid antibody test, it uses the blood samples of the suspect patients. It's not the saliva or the swab test that, in fact, the PCR test, HT-PCR test, it takes less than 30 minutes. So the other test, it takes the gold standard, as it is known as the HT-PCR test. It takes about 24 to 36 hours. This takes about 30 minutes to get the results. No need for a trained staff as far as this testing is concerned. Just have to take the blood. It's as simple as just picking the blood and putting it on a slab. It is costing around 800 to 1500. There is a huge controversy around, in fact, the costing of this rapid test kit as well. Remember, it has gone to the High Court in Delhi. This entire controversy. Now, the problem with this kit is, and that is why it is not being used on a large scale. It is only in the hotspots to try and see as the first defense mechanism, first information mechanism. The problem is that it can give false reports in the early stages and good only in the later stages. So between 0 to 9 days, even if you are carrying coronavirus, this kit may not, in fact, show any symptom or may not come positive as far as the kits are concerned. And why am I saying that this investigation shows how the entire system is being gamed? Because at least as of now, the more emphasis is on testing. Where does India stand as far as the testing is concerned among other big countries? And these are the tests per million. This data is still April 27th. Now take a look at this. At least at this point of time, there are about, per a million, 29,600 tests being conducted in Italy, 28,779 tests being conducted in Spain. In Germany, about 24,738. United States is conducting 17,211. UK, more than 10,000. France, about 7,000. Iran is conducting about 5,147 tests per million people. India is still at 509 tests per million people. This is where the problem is. This is where the experts also believe that testing needs to be ramped up as far as India is concerned. And with the setback from China, with the faulty kits, and now with people trying to profiteer, which we just showed you here in this investigation, this also now, the entire testing process, the entire testing mechanism is going to see a setback. Meanwhile,
hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.